All right. So thank you so much for hopping on with me, Mandy. Let's dive right in. Would you mind introducing yourself, telling us a little bit about your background and where you're located and some details about your gym?
Sure. So Mandy Kanukin, my husband and I are the franchise partners of the Granger, Indiana location. Our Burn location has been open since July 18th. So very new, but also very new to the market. There's not another Burn anywhere near us, really. The closest one is in Portage, Michigan, which is fabulous and terrific. But that's a good hour and 15 minutes away from us. So not a lot of market awareness here. And Andy and I are also new to Burn. We actually, believe it or not, signed our franchise agreement before we had ever even taken a camp. We knew about Burn because we tripped and fell into it. We just knew it was a great franchise. We love fitness. We are not trainers. So we just really fell in love with the brand during COVID. So that made it a little bit challenging for us to be able to really get into it, especially without a location nearby. And Portage was actually not open when we were considering this. So they opened they opened over a year ago now, I think. But so we're brand new to Burn. We don't have a whole lot of experience with the brand, but clearly we love it. And same with our local community, has no experience with the brand. And also they have fallen in love as well.
Which is awesome. And we've worked with you pretty much since day one. So would you mind sharing what your experience has been like working with us?
Sure. So I would say that we did our homework. We knew that we wanted to, media partners are so important when opening a gym, especially when there's no market awareness whatsoever, brand awareness. That's incredibly important. My background is in communication, so I am a strong believer in marketing communications and the importance of it. And so we did our homework. Pancham came very highly recommended from a number of different FPs. It was not that we just, went with a couple of different opinions. We talked to a lot of people, and overwhelmingly was the right decision for us. We talked to Dave. We were concerned about getting, just because I know you guys are so busy, we were worried that we wouldn't be able to get onto your list. And so we contacted him well before opening time and just had an introductory call. And we just knew that we had made the right decision.
That's awesome. Well, do you have any specific metrics that you might be able to share with us about your membership growth and what that's looked like since you've been working with us?
Oh, numbers. This is what my husband should be here. Yes. So we knew that when we opened, before we opened, actually, we wanted to sell, I think, gosh, it feels like it was 10 years ago. We wanted to sell at least 100, I think, founding memberships. We didn't hit that number, but we were pretty close. But the lead generation blew us away initially before we had ever even opened. I honestly, I can't remember exactly what we said we wanted our daily lead number to be. The only thing I know is that it was literally through the roof. And again, that was just when we hadn't even started doing pop-ups, and our lead generation was through the roof. Once we started doing pop-ups, it kind of grew from there. And then grand opening, right before grand opening, it just I feel like we kept saying, we want to be here. And we were triple that number. We were never anywhere where we thought we would be. And that was literally from the moment that we even just started social media advertising. Remember the very first ad was placed, and I think we were going on vacation for spring break, and I kept looking at my phone and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's 3,000 views on this, and it's been up for a day. We didn't know what to do. We were so blown away. I don't have specific KPIs for you, but I will say that they were just literally triple anything that we thought they would be.
Yeah. Well, I can happily share too. You've done
please do.
134 leads in the last 30 days. I know at one point we were getting $4 leads. It was insane. So
yeah. And what's the minimum requirement to just open with? Isn't it 1,100 or something? And we were at over 2,000. I don't even know, 2,500. It was crazy.
Yeah. It's been awesome to watch. Well, thank you so much for sharing. I just have one final question. What would you say to anyone that's on the fence about using Pancham?
Get off the fence. Get off the fence.
Yeah.
Use Pancham. I mean, it's a no-brainer. And I've said this to other FPs. Super easy to work with, very responsive, which is key in a media partner. You want to be able to pivot quickly if you need to. We haven't needed to, but I have 100% confidence that if we ever would need to change things or drastically like completely change the direction or something that we're doing, budget, anything, there's no question we would always get a response. So very responsive, very easy to work with. And you know the business, like you guys have a lot of experience in this, you know what you're doing. And so as a new franchise partner that really truly has no idea what I'm doing ever, it's nice to like lean on the experts in one element of the business that can be very intimidating and very challenging if you don't have a lot of experience in it. Yeah, I have a lot of trust in you guys, and it makes it a lot easier. So get off the fence, just use Pancham. It's a no-brainer.
Easy enough.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Mandy. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Maddie.